Hello, I'm Andy, a collection specialist at Credit Sage, and my goal is to help people learn how they can remove Paramount Recovery from their credit report, and in many cases without paying the debt at all. So if that's you or someone you know, I am confident that you're going to walk away from this video knowing what the next best step is to take. I'm not saying you shouldn't take action. There are situations, for example, if you know or believe that Paramount Recovery, actually any of the accounts on your credit report, are the result of identity theft, or have a wrong balance after you've already paid, or any major issues that are seriously affecting your life, you may be owed a settlement. And we work with a network of local attorneys that will work on your behalf at zero cost, win or lose, in addition to getting the accounts deleted permanently. Or if no issues like that exist and you just want the account removed from your credit report, we can help with that too. Give us a call today. Our number is in the description below, and we look forward to talking with you. But what I want to do today is I want to go through some of the most important questions that we get about this company. And the first one here I think is really important, and that is, can you be arrested or get jail time for a debt with Paramount Recovery? Now, I put this one at the top of the list because I get a lot of callers that are terrified that this could happen. It makes sense because few people are really taught how credit and debt work in school. I didn't know the answer to this question until I got into the business. And fortunately, unless the debt is related to specifically unpaid taxes or unpaid child support, you cannot be arrested or get jail time. So there's no need to worry about that whatsoever. The amount of the debt doesn't actually matter either. You could refuse to pay $1,000 or $1 million, and you will not be arrested or get jail time. So now, who is Paramount Recovery and why are they on your credit report? So yeah, they're referred to as a debt collector or credit collection agency, and they buy debts, unpaid accounts like credit cards, for example, often for very cheap. And then they try to collect the full amount, okay? I'll give you an example. Imagine for a moment that you have, whatever reason, an unpaid card with Capital One, and it's $1,000. Paramount Recovery could, in theory, come along and buy that debt for maybe just $100. But now they don't try to collect that amount. They try to collect the full $1,000 from you, which would give them a 10x return on their investment. So, these companies can make a lot of money. So damaging your credit score by reporting the debt to your credit report is one of the primary strategies they have to get you to pay. However, what a lot of people don't realize is that paying a debt on your credit report does not remove the account attached to it. That account will sit there for 7 years, damaging your score, paid or not. So I always tell people a lot of time paying the debt isn't actually in your best interest, and it really could just be a waste of money. Now, in rare cases, paying the debt can even hurt your score further. Now, in addition to credit reporting, they may send scary letters. They may call a lot. They may even call your family members and colleagues. Now, I want to mention here that if a collector has ever threatened you or harassed you during non-business hours, you may be owed a lawsuit. So again, that's another case that you want to give us a call so that we can connect you with a local specialist that will take action quickly. Let's see. Should you negotiate a settlement with Paramount Recovery? Settling your debt with Paramount Recovery really depends on your goal. Typically, I say if you're wanting to improve your credit score, paying isn't really the best option. And why do I say that? Because, like I was talking about before, even if you pay the collection, it'll still remain on your credit report for 7 years, damaging your score that whole time. Instead, we always recommend working with an expert like us to review these accounts. And if certain issues exist, then the accounts may be removed. And this is a win-win. You won't have to waste money paying a debt that won't help your score, and the negative account gets removed from your report. So it's perfect, right? How do you remove Paramount Recovery from your credit report? Great follow-up question. So the Fair Credit Reporting Act gives every person the power to challenge information on their report. Now, I will say that the knowledge required to do this is a bit more involved than it might seem. I'm not saying that you shouldn't learn how to do it or that you can't do it, but just be prepared to spend some time really understanding it. Maybe it'll take weeks, maybe it'll take months, because there's a lot of nuances in how to learn how to do it properly. But you can hire a professional to handle it for you, and that way you can ensure that it's done properly the first time and save the extra time that you spend learning it. And we're happy to take care of it for you. You know, we've dealt with Paramount Recovery accounts many times, and I will say that they regularly have issues, and we've helped numerous clients deal with them. And we can take care of it for you as well if you prefer. How can you get Paramount Recovery to stop calling you? Yeah, so as I mentioned, Paramount Recovery calling you is just their attempt to collect the debt they've purchased, which means the only reason that they're going to stop calling you is if you settle your debt with them, or you work with a company like ours to potentially have them removed from your report altogether. Will Paramount Recovery try suing or garnishing my wages? Paramount Recovery suing is unlikely. It can happen, it does happen, but in our experience, it's rare. There are a lot of laws around how long they can sue for, what they can do if they win. It's a long process, right? However, if we're able to find certain issues with the account, they won't be able to collect it all, which is another benefit of using an expert. Yes. What are my rights when dealing with Paramount Recovery? So you have the right to dispute any of your debt that Paramount Recovery has purchased. Paramount Recovery is governed by the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, or FDCPA, and as I mentioned before, the Fair Credit Reporting Act, or FCRA. Now, these acts can seem really complicated when you first look at them, but they provide a great deal of power to the consumer if you know how to use them properly, okay? But again, if you don't have time to research these acts, it's not a problem. That's what we're here for. So give us a call today. We can discuss your options. Again, you'll find our number in the description area below. And with that, thanks for watching.